So my name is Francezka, and I've just recently graduated from the Interaction Design course at NYP. So the Interaction Design course is a 3-year program that focuses on creating better experiences for users. So that can be in the form of physical and digital products. So actually in my 3 years in the course, I got to experiment with different forms ranging from mobile apps, websites, physical devices, and even art installations. So even though there's a lot of computer-based projects, there's also a lot of hands-on activities. So that is just a gist of what the course is about, which is essentially finding different ways to solve user needs. There's this design project that I'm really proud of, which is where I created this art installation for the module on cognition, communication, and interaction. So as a group, my goal was to create an interactive object that evokes either joy, surprise, suspense, or calmness. So for my group, we actually created this art installation which helps students and working adults to feel less stressed when they are at home, because this is also during the COVID period. So in order to create this interactive object, we had to use either soft circuit or paper prototyping kits, which is why we had to learn about the bare conductive touch boards and also microbit, which we learned during one of the classes. And it was quite a challenge for our group because even though we learned about the bare conductive touch boards and the microbit, some of the components of our prototype needed more tools, so like we had to actually learn how to use this Arduino board, which is essentially harder. It's essentially like a microbit, but it's harder to learn. So we had a lot of trouble with that, but thankfully, because me and my group mates, we wanted so badly to create this prototype, we took a lot of time researching and actually created our own code. So in the end, we did get a working prototype, which is always something that I'll be proud of. So aside from working on school projects, I actually do a lot of digital illustration. So right now I actually have this art account on Instagram where I create stickers for my friends. And other than that, I'm also a volunteer for the Meals on Wheels program in my neighborhood. So we provide meal deliveries to homebound and handicapped people in the area. So one way I stay up to date with the design trends is by going on websites such as Pinterest, Behance, Awards, and Dribble that provides a lot of art inspirations and artists that you can follow. So I usually go to these websites to gain art inspo and also follow the artists and designers that I like there. So whenever I look at their work, I would always try to figure out how they use like different softwares to create their artwork, which is essentially what I try to do and then incorporate into my own artwork as well. So I think those websites really gave me more creativity in a sense that it exposed me to a lot of different art styles and techniques that I can use in my own work as well. My favorite class is the Digital Communication Design class because I got to create an infographic and web banner of a topic that I like. So I actually created a web banner and infographic on music therapy, which is by providing like information about what it is, its benefits, and also how we can conduct music therapy at home. And the reason why I really love this class is because of the lecturers. They're very patient and also very encouraging. So they do not really limit us to what we can or cannot design, which is something that I'm really appreciative of. And other than that, I also like the creative freedom that we are given when we are working on projects, which is why it is definitely my favorite class. So my time in SDM has definitely taught me where my passion lies, which is UI design. So growing up, I always had this notion that I would one day pursue a career in the design or art industry, but I never really knew of UI design until I went into ITE. So before poly, I actually did a 2-year course in interaction design at ITE, but the course was mostly focused on coding, whereas when I came into poly, that was when I really got to experience the whole process of what UI design is, which is conducting user research to gain insights of users and also their motivations, to designing and developing my own prototypes to meet their needs. And I think that's when I really questioned myself as to why I design things and who I'm designing it for, and how I could create a prototype that would best meet their requirements. And it became more than just like creating a pretty design. It became more meaningful to me because essentially I was creating a design that would help improve the life of others as well. So my internship experience was a very fruitful one. I got to intern at Onyx Island as a creative digital intern, where I produced animations, graphics, interface layouts, as well as videos for different brands. And I found it really fun because I got to experience photo shoot sets and actually meet with freelance photographers and get a peek into their lives of planning and executing shoots, which I thought was really interesting. So I also had the opportunity to work with other creative designers, art directors, producers, all of whom have given me first-hand experience into what it's like working at a creative design agency. And although it was very nerve-wracking for me at first, thankfully I had really supportive and patient supervisors and colleagues who have guided me throughout my entire internship journey. An advice I would give incoming students is to always cherish your time as an SDM student here, because it was one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life. So I spent a lot of time here working on projects, and if not, I'm with lecturers and friends as well. And I would say that it's really like a second home to me because everyone here is very supportive of each other, and we just genuinely want to see each other grow. And I'm also really thankful that I had really supportive lecturers who have guided me throughout my entire NYP journey and watched me mature both professionally and personally. And to my friends as well, who have made my life here more fun and interesting. And I guess as much as it's important to work hard, I would also say that it's also important to venture out and explore different activities that you like to do, because essentially poly is about finding what you like to do and also making new connections, which is something that I did throughout my 3 years here. So that is one advice I would give incoming students. I plan to continue furthering my studies at uni. So right now I'm actually applying to NTU's interaction design major. So that is something I'm really looking forward to, because essentially it brings me one step closer to fully becoming a UI designer, and hopefully I can get into NTU. So yeah, fingers crossed. Something I'm looking forward to is the long-awaited break because I get to use this chance to work on projects that I've been pushing aside. So, like my digital illustrations and other artworks that I plan to do, and hopefully help my art account grow even more. Other than that, I'm also looking for more internship opportunities while I wait for my uni results so that I can develop myself further as a UI designer and while I wait for the results.